All right, guys, can you hear me? Can you see me? Today's going to be a pretty cool TikTok live. We've got a new option in the coin ring maker store today. This is the half ounce. Take a look at it. This is a half ounce fine silver. Don't tread on me. I've been looking for one of these for quite a while. Finally found some. So these are on the website, available right now if you'd like to get yourself one. You can tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. And here's an example of the 1 ounce. This was on the website. I actually sold out of these this morning. But we do have the half ounces, and this is what a finished 1 ounce fine silver don't tread on me coin ring looks like. And this is what we're going to be making on today's live. And if at any time during this live you'd like to get yourself one, like I said, we do have 8 of these half ounce rings on the website right now. Just go to the category new. It's right at the top of the page. Just tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen or the link in my profile. And I'm just going to wait, I don't know, about another minute before we get started. If you guys wouldn't mind tapping the screen, sending a couple likes my way. The 1 ounce fine silver round rings are $300, and the half ounce fine silver round rings are $150. On the website, it's $149, but it's the same thing. And there's quite a few designs to choose from. I also do quarters, half dollars, dollars, all kinds of coins. You can tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen to see my prices and get yourself a coin ring. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to get started on this. Like I said, we're going to be making this 1 ounce round into a ring just like this for one of my customers. And I'm sold out of these, but if you'd like to get a half ounce one, I do have 8 of those available. These are brand new on the website. Just go to the new category at coinringmaker.com. All right, so we're going to get started. The first thing we got to do is punch a hole in this big coin right here. So we're going to get that all set up. This is a pretty cool tool. This is a auto centering punch. So as I tighten this top part down, it's got kind of a cone shape. So no matter how big of a coin or small of a coin I put in here, it'll automatically center it. That's a really cool feature. It's kind of an expensive tool, a specialty coin ring making tool, but I really like it. I'm going to lay down a little bit. How's it going, man? Of blue shop paper towel here. This is going to help protect the detail on our coin as we punch a hole in it. We'll put some on the other side here. Y'all make sure to be tapping the screen if you're enjoying the live so far. Make sure we get that right in the middle. And we'll hammer it on through. And you can see how nicely that detail gets preserved from just a little bit of blue shop towel. It's pretty cool. It's a good trick. And let's check our coin out. Yeah, I make them into keychains or necklaces. It's kind of an add-on option. You can also just get that added in when you order, or you can just get the ring. So those are called center punches, and there's a few options for those when you get a coin ring. I believe this customer got a center punch necklace. A big coin. Thanks, man. So what I'm doing here is I'm deburring the inside of the coin, smoothing it out basically. When you punch a hole through it, it leaves really sharp, jagged edges. And I just like to cut those off and smooth it out. There you can see it's nice and smooth now. Now what we're going to do is heat this up. A process called annealing. It's going to soften the silver, make it easier to fold and shape. Just a second. Okay. You want to learn how to make jewelry from silver? Most of what I learned was on YouTube. There's a lot of good free information on the YouTubes out there if you got the time to watch it. I've also got some tutorials I've put on YouTube as well. That's definitely like one of the most valuable resources that I've found in the last few years. I mean, there's plenty of paid jewelry classes where you can learn basically the same thing they'll teach you on YouTube. Save yourself some money. When I first started out, I used really basic tools. I spent about $200 on hammers and mandrels and reduction dies and an arbor press. And over time, I've spent several $1,000s on tools. So I joke that if you want to make a tool really expensive, just throw the word jewelry in front of it. But it's pretty true. Jewelry tools are expensive. Now we're gonna hop over here to the 1-ton arbor press I was talking about. That was like 40 or 50 bucks when I got it. I think they're like $60 now. Price of everything's gone up since when I first got my tools, so it's kind of hard to keep track of that. This is a doming block. We're going to use it to get a nice fold on our coin here. Nice. Really like the scales on this. Cool round. You got the snake's head popping out there. Really nice, solid text, easy to read. And the other side's really cool too. It's really intricately designed. There's a lot of cool stuff going on there, very symmetrical. Pretty cool. But as you work on silver and different silver alloys, I mean, just different metals basically. As you work on them, they work harden, so you have to keep annealing as you go. You want to make sure you keep the metal nice and soft, it doesn't get brittle, because you can snap a ring, and that is one thing we do not want to happen. Thanks for sharing the live. If y'all wouldn't mind tapping the screen, I know there's only 17 of you out there, which is pretty nuts. Like, if y'all want to share the live with somebody who might be interested, that'd be cool. Tap the screen a little bit, see if we can get a couple more people in here. I think this ring's going to come out really nice. And I appreciate y'all hanging out and watching. Get back over here. One thing I really like about fine silver is when you anneal it, it doesn't really tarnish at all. It still keeps a really nice shine to it. Silver is really pretty. It's a nice metal to work with. We're going to put this in a reduction die here. This is a 1.5, 1.6, 17 degree reduction die for anyone who's interested. And since we're working on fine silver, I'm going to be using this wood composite cone instead of my steel cone. This is my favorite cone, but it tends to mash details on the inside of the coin when I use it. So we're going to use this one instead. Want to make sure we keep it nice and even. And now you can see it's getting more of a uniform cone shape to it. Not quite all the way 17 degrees yet, but we're going to go ahead and anneal it again and then fold it some more. This one's going to be a size 11 for anyone who's curious. And again, if y'all want to check out my shop, there's a real easy way to do it while staying here on TikTok Live. You can just tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. Today I did add a new coin ring that is it's a half ounce Don't Tread on Me silver round. So it's kind of like the little brother for the ring we're making here. This band is a little thick. It can be intimidating, but the half ounce round is a lot more easy to, I don't know, for most people to wear, I think. A little more tasteful. And this is about how thick a half ounce round comes out. So that's not a nice size ring, I think. Going along very nicely. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Just running through the motions of making cool coin rings. Close that all the way down in the reduction die there. It's looking really good. I have a no. I guess I can show you guys what I'm doing. That'd be cool, right? What I'm doing now is I'm taking a nail file and I'm sanding the cut edge right here to get rid of any micro fractures, any cracks. So if we don't get rid of those, it'll split when we start to stretch it, which is going to be the next step. Now, I do wonder how far we'll need to stretch it. See what size it is right now. Right now it's 11.5, so I don't really think we need to stretch this too crazy. So what I did when I first started was I used a punch and die kit from Harbor Freight. I'll show you what that looks like. I got one right here. It looks like this. It's got different size holes and different size punches. And then I just because the problem with using this thing is it's really difficult to get the coin right in the middle. So what I made was these centering cards. So you can put the coin in one side and then match it up with the corresponding hole, and it'll be centered on where your coin needs to be. I've got these on my website and on my Etsy. They're pretty cheap compared to something like this, which is like a $600 auto center punch. And you can get this punch and die kit at Harbor Freight or on Amazon. They're between like 20 and 40 bucks. And then you just use a hammer. Just hammer it through. I don't recommend using a metal hammer. A plastic hammer like this is like $6. That's the way to go. I don't think I need to stretch this, so I'm just going to go right into reducing it. We're going to use some blue monster tape. I'm going to wrap this around it. Going to help protect the outside detail as we make it a little smaller. Then we'll find a reduction die that fits nicely in. There we go. And just push it down in there. Make sure our arbor press is nice and straight. So you want this to go down as straight. Should still be above an 11. Yep, it's about a size 12 now. And we'll just take this tape off. Go anneal it and reduce it some more. Not a crazy amount, because it's fine silver, so it's pretty easy to get to move. It's also really smooth in here, so you don't have to apply a ton of pressure. One thing I would say is I see a lot of people do this reduction really fast. They just kind of slam on it. Like, they'll be like, wham, wham. And that's kind of a recipe for disaster, because it's really easy for your ring to kind of move around in here if you go too fast, and it will go sideways. So you don't want that to happen. You want to go nice and slow. You want to make sure everything's going down nice and even the whole time. Trying to make sure it's even on both sides. Take this tape off, take a look at it. That's looking pretty good. Not so bad, not so bad. Now on the inside here, you can see there's a little bit of a lip from the edge of the round, and that's kind of uncomfortable, and it also kind of throws off the sizing of the ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that away and smooth it out. That's going to make this ring a lot more comfortable to wear. So we're going to take our deburring tool and just work away at it. Seen my post. Do I make silver chains also? No, mostly just coin rings. I do have some necklaces, but it's mostly coin rings. See my post on what? Which post? I make a lot of posts. Please be more specific. We're slowly working it down. You can still see that notch right there, though. It's hard to cut this away without messing up the inside details, so I really do try to take my time with it. A little tough on the hands, guys. Not the easiest, especially with these larger rings. It's like 4 millimeters of silver you gotta remove. It's a hassle. Let's try a new blade. See how it goes. What do I do with this? I'm going to send this off to my buddy to have it melted down. I don't currently have the equipment to melt down metal, but he does. So I'm going to send it off to him. Man, I tell you what, this lip is a tough one. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Yeah, thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it. For sure. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I like answering questions. this is hard on like my muscle right here. Still there. We're gonna get it. Whew. Alright, let's try this thing. So this is supposed to hold coins. I've been testing it with rings, but they kind of wiggle a little bit. So that's tricky. I usually find your ember. Mostly on eBay. I also buy directly from the U.S. Mint. It's a pretty good resource. A couple of private mints. Golden State Mint is a pretty good one for fine silver rounds, but mostly on eBay for like U.S. currency. Getting there. Getting there. I think we've got it. Yes, sir. All right. Current ring size is 11.5, so we can reduce this down a little bit. Have I ever looked at estate sales? Sometimes. I don't know. A lot of that stuff is like overpriced, I think. I really try to find good deals. I'm a bit of a auction sniper. I mean, I'm sure there are estate sales with, decent stuff. But in my neck of the woods, people want a little more than I'm willing to spend. What do you consider a good deal? I've looked on eBay and I just don't know when the price is fair. This right here. They make one every year. You can get them for, I don't know, they're like $8 or something like that. Let's see what it says on the back. 16, whatever. $16. Well worth the investment. You can learn all about coins and their values based on their type of coin, what it's made of, the year it was made, and the condition it's in. a very valuable resource. It does take some time to figure out how to use it, but it's saved me a ton of money, and I've also found valuable coins using it. It's just called Red Book. Get you one of those. You can also go to like on eBay, whatever you're looking for. Like, let's say you're looking for a 1960 quarter, and you want to know what a fair price for that is. Go to recently sold, and there you can actually see what people are like spending on that specific type of coin. So it can be a little confusing, because some people on eBay just have ridiculous prices, and some are actually kind of sketchy because they're too low. But if you go to that recently sold area, that's a good reference for what people actually paid for that. Does that make sense? Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out and watching. I think I'm gonna have to stretch this a little bit to get a better shape. Let's see. Shape isn't too bad. Let's check our size again. I may have made it too small. It's actually still too big. That's interesting. It's like I didn't do anything. Let's try that again. I have a second job that I was doing before I started making coin rings, but I did so well last year. I've taken 2 weeks off from that job. So this is the first week right here where I haven't had to work there, which is pretty cool. I'm slowly waning off it. It's hard to quit the 9 to 5, man, because I'm so used to that paycheck. And like running your own business is so like there's no real good way to know when you're gonna be busy and like how much money you're gonna make this month, next month, month after that. It's so random, especially with my marketing here on TikTok. Like, it's basically all in TikTok's hands. Like, I can make good content and it can take off, and sometimes make total crap content and it takes off. Like, it's a weird way to market, but when it works, like, it's pretty awesome. But there's a lot of unknowns when you run your own business. So I've had a little bit of trouble like walking away from my other job, but I think this is a good first step. It's taken like 2 weeks, seeing how I do being my own boss on my own schedule. And look at me working hard here. If you were my boss, wouldn't you be proud of me? It's definitely tricky to be your own boss. It's a weird thing. Wow, that looks really nice. I like it. Do you like it? Give me a raise. Well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. What's the blue stuff I'm using? It's like plumber's tape. Like PTFE. It's usually white, so like the super basic plumber's tape is white. This is just a little bit tougher, so you don't have to use as much. That's called Blue Monster, and it helps protect the outside of the detail on the coin, because you really don't want metal on metal contact. That's how you smear details, and this one right here is an example of what not to do. So you used to have text and stars all the way around the top here. I didn't use any tape on it, and they're all completely gone. So I got to keep this one and make another one where I did it right. You can see how much better the detail is on this ring comparatively. It's all still very nice and clean. So that tape does really good work. Now we're going to polish this up a little bit. I think this came out really good, honestly. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that follow button. And if you'd like to get a coin ring, visit coinringmaker.com. What kind of coin is it? It's a Don't Tread on Me 1 ounce fine silver round. I don't have another one I can show you. This is the last one I had. But I will repost this video, like sped up, here on TikTok. So you can, if you follow me, you'll see it come up, or come check out my profile in a day, and you'll get to see what the coin looked like when I started. From there, look how nice and shiny. And a little snaky snake. A little rattle on there. All these sweet inside details. That's a winner right there. That's a nice looking ring. Well, thank you guys for watching. We'll get in a real close look on this. Thank you very much. I'm going to get this totally finished up here and get it mailed off, because they want this by Valentine's Day. So we're going to get it in the mail for them. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks for being a very nice, kind audience. And I'll catch you guys next time. Best-selling ring, I kind of specialize in quarters. That's what I did like my whole first year, so I'm really good at it. And they're in like a lower price point than some of the other rings, so I sell them more frequently. Okay, fine. But it's funny though, because I sold this 1 ounce Don't Tread on Me, and I usually don't sell these 1 ounce fine silver rounds very often. Then the next day, I got an order for another one. So these are both 1 ounce fine silver round Don't Tread on Me's. The only 2 I had. And now I gotta get some more. But I do have a new coin that came in. Also, ironically, this is the ½ ounce Don't Tread on Me. Haven't made one of these yet. I will probably make one later today just to get a product photo of it. But these are half the price of those bigger ones. These are $149 compared to $299. So if anybody wants to get one of these, they are on the website now. I think they're pretty cool. But yeah, thanks again for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great day.